It's a bank holiday in Germany and Boris makes me work. There had been speculation about this for weeks, but now the British Prime Minister has been hit. Boris Johnson has to face a vote of no confidence today. So, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who was heavily criticized in the Partygate affair, has to face a vote of no confidence from his Conservative Party tonight. The head of the responsible party committee, Graham Brady, announced today in London that the necessary number of corresponding applications from Tory MPs had been reached, so the letters are in. British Transport Secretary Grant Shapps had previously defended Johnson against poor poll numbers and boos. Politicians don't expect to be popular all the time, that's what Shapps told the BBC on Sunday. Governing a country is a job where you often have to make difficult decisions. Here, but not lie to the people, I say. Johnson was loudly booed on Friday as he arrived at Queen Elizabeth's 70-year Regency service in London. A survey commissioned by the newspaper Sunday Times also predicts that Johnson's Conservative Party will face a severe defeat in an upcoming by-election for a parliamentary seat. Since the Partygate affair about lockdown celebrations, the Prime Minister has also been under a lot of pressure in his own ranks. Well, Shep said on Sunday he didn't think there would be a vote of no confidence. Yeah, here it is. If there's a vote, Johnson will surely win, he says. The cabinet member demanded that the party should not allow itself to be distracted from what is really important, namely to advance the country. Yeah, they had years for that. By-elections are scheduled for June 23rd in two constituencies previously held by the Conservatives. In both cases, the incumbent had to resign because of scandals. Well, at least as people resign. Criticisms continues to flare up, particularly over Johnson's handling of the Partygate affair about lockdown celebrations at government headquarters Downing Street. Many rebels referred to senior official Sue Gray's damning investigative report in their motion. She had accused Johnson of serious failure as a leader, but Johnson carries on as if nothing happened, also ignoring that he has become the first incumbent prime minister to break the law after being fined for attending a party. But it is also clear that even if there actually is this vote of no confidence today, it is by no means certain that Johnson will lose office, because in a vote, 180 Tory MPs, that's at least half of the current 359 parliamentary group members, would have to speak out against the Prime Minister. About 150 of them, however, have unpaid or paid government jobs, such as secretaries of state, whips or trade envoys. If they vote against Johnson in the secret ballot, they could lose their positions themselves. So he bought enough people there, obviously. The Tories are caught between mutiny and paralysis. That's what James Forsyth, editor of the conservative magazine Spectator, wrote in the Times newspaper. The central questions remain unanswered, because there's currently no serious successor in sight. The Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rishi Sunak, previously the most promising candidate, has lost support, and the much-loved Defence Secretary Ben Wallace appears to have no ambitions. So there's only Secretary of State Liz Truss left. She, who represents herself as a modern version of former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, stands for conservative virtues such as tax cuts and appears more determined than all other candidates. That's what former Tory MP David Gove wrote in the New Statesman magazine, or said there. What also speaks in favor of Johnson at the moment is that he's by far the best campaigner in the party. Many fear that without the populist, they will have no chance in the parliamentary election planned for 2024 and will lose their seat in the lower house, especially those of the so-called Red Wall. Nevertheless, the resentment is apparently big enough to get the Prime Minister into serious trouble. The problem for Johnson is that the criticism comes from representatives of different tendencies, from MPs who were pro-Brexit or against leaving the EU, from veteran parliamentarians and those who only moved into the House of Commons in 2019, from conservatives from all regions of the country. No one is planning a coup, but oddly enough, it's more dangerous, that's where Forsyth quoted a Tory as saying, "The situation is so dynamic and unpredictable that some MPs are afraid of their own courage. Some rebels wanted to call for the letters of no confidence from Committee Chief Brady to be withdrawn." That's at least what was reported by The Guardian. Because Johnson is currently still enjoying a lot of support due to the lack of alternatives. And if the vote of no confidence today fails, a new vote may only be held in 1 year. So it's getting very interesting, and that's why I had to start working early on the bank holiday today. And I will work late today because definitely I will wait for the result for your tomorrow morning video if I can. If it's getting past midnight or whatever, it won't work. But I'll try to get you a very fresh video at 6 p.m. tomorrow morning CET though. And let's all see what's going to happen. I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.